Hi, I'm James Porter, and this is the video on how to multiply double-digit numbers with a 100 bead abacus. If you've just watched the video on how to multiply single-digit numbers with a 100 bead abacus, you are in the right place. Now, when you multiply double-digit numbers with your abacus, there are two ways to do it, at least when you get to higher numbers. It gets a little easier, but it also gets trickier. So I'll show you the way we've been doing first, and then next I'll show you the quicker way to get around it. So let's start. We're going to start by doing 10 times 13. It's an easier one, but it'll be a good start. So normally what we do is we're going to start by writing down our equation on the top of the sheet of paper. It'll help. 10 times 13. And so we have to make 13 groups of 10. So there's one group, two groups, three groups, four groups, five groups. And now remember, I'm keeping a tally for how many groups I've made so I don't get lost. 6 groups, 7 groups, 8 groups, 9 groups, and 10 groups. We've just formed 10 groups of 10. Now that we've ran out of 10's beads, we can move one 100 bead over, because one 100 bead is equivalent to 10 10's beads, or this number, 10 10's, is the same as 100. Alright, now we need to continue for 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. And I can write down the number we've formed. And so the number we have formed is 130. Your abacus should look like this. I kept my tallies in this corner, and if I would have had any notes I needed, I would have kept them in this corner going down. Alright, now that was one way of doing it. I'm going to show you one slightly different way, but you get the same answer in the end. So the second way to do it is you start by forming the second number from the top going down. So if we were forming the number 13, we'd start with 1 and 3. So you'd start from the top and go down. If you had a triple digit number, let's say 145, you'd start from the top 145 and go down. But we have 13. And so how we're going to start is for every bead up here, we need to make a group of 10. So for this bead, we're going to make a group of 10, one green bead. For this bead, we're going to make another group of 10. For this bead, we're going to make a third group of 10. And as you make those groups of 10s, you're moving one bead over at a time. Now we've run out of beads on this row, so we're going to go up one to the blue row. This is where things get a little tricky, but it'll make sense. And so since we've moved up one row here, we have to move up one row here with all of our places. So instead of the yellow row being our 1's row, the green row is now our theoretical 1's row, and the old 100's row is now our theoretical 10's row. So it's the same thing as if you were imagining the 1's row wasn't here. So imagine as if this is now what our abacus looks like. And so now we just have to form one more group of 10, which from this we would move one tan bead over and move our one blue bead back. Now we can get our blank sheet of paper ready and write down our answer. I did not write down my equation on the top of this one, but it might be helpful later. But if you look, same answer, two different ways to get there. And your abacus should look like this. Alright, let's try another one. Let's clear our abacus and let's try 24 times 18. I always like to start these problems by writing my equation at the top, so 24 times 18. And we'll do it the longer way first. We're going to make 18 groups of 24. So let's start for 24. There's one group. There's two groups. And then we've got to make another 24. So 1, 2. I'm going to write this on our notes side of the sheet of paper. because we have ran out of beads, we need to move one 10 bead over, as if we were adding 24 onto this number. We can move the 10 1 beads back and continue from 2 to get to 4, 3, 4, and then we can't forget we have to move two 10s beads over, and there's 3. And we can go another group of 24. So this is what, just to show you, that's a group of 24 and we're adding it on. So it's just like addition, but lots and lots of times. 4, we have 4, and we can move one 10 bead over, and as soon as you do that, move the 10 ones back. Then we can move one 100 over and move the 10 10s back. And then we can move 2 over because we didn't do that yet. And that would be 5. So if we were stopping here, we'd have 120 or 24 times 5, and our answer would be 120. But we want to get to 18, so we've got to keep going. So we've got 4, 2. Here's another group of 24, just so you can see. And 4, 2. There are 2 groups of 24. I'm going to make 2 tallies and I can add them over. And then I've got 1, 2. I've got the 2 written down yet, so I won't write it down again. And I can move one 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, continue from 2, 3, and 4, and then we got to add 2 10 beads because that would be our 2 and 24. And that is 8. Alright, we've got to add another 24, so 4, 1. I'm going to cross off this 2 now and write 1 so we can remember it. We can move one 100 bead, move the 10 10s back, and continue 2. Alright, now we can make another group of 24. So we've got 2, 4. And now we can add these, but since we've filled a 10s row, we need to move one, or fill the 1s row, we need to move one 10 bead over and move the 10 ones back. And that would be 9. Nope, that would be 10. There we go. And so our answer to 24 times 10 would be 240. We've got 8 more to go. Let's continue. 4, 2, there's 1. 4, 2, there's 2. So we've got 1, 2. Cross off the 1 and remember, write down the 2 to remember for later. We can move one 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, and continue from 2, 3, 4. Now we need to add 2, so we've got 1. We can cross off the 2 again and mark 1. Move one 100, move the 10 10s back, and we can continue and get 2. And we continue to do this until we get to our magical number 18. So there's another 24, another 24, and this would be our 15th group. We can move one 10 and move the 10 ones back. There's 15, there's 124, 16, 17. We can move, because we filled the 10s row, we can move one more 100 over, and we can move the 10 10s back. And our last group of 24, 1, 2, cross off the 1 so we can remember the 2 for later, and continue. Move one 10 over, move the 10 ones back, and we can continue 3, 4, and we've got to put 2 over. And so that is our answer to 24 times 18. So we'll write this down, 4, 3, 2. So our answer to 24 times 18 is 432. Now that way's longer, but it is a lot easier than this other way I'm going to show you. If you feel up to it, you can try this way, but like I said, the other way is easier and it's safer to start out with. We're going to do the same problem, 24 times 18, but we're going to do it like we did 10 times 13. We're going to form the second number on the top. So we've got 18 up here. 18, and we're going to form, for every bead up here, we've got to form a 24. So let's start. we've got to form 8 24s. So let's start here. 4, 2, and we can, as we make groups of 24, so we've made 2 groups, we can move another bead over. So we can go 1, 2, I'm going to mark 2 down to remember, move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, continue 3, 4, and don't forget we have to add 2 for the 20 and 24. Alright, there's a third group, and here, this will show you a little better for the number, because we have to form 18 groups of 24, so this is just that we formed 3. Alright, let's continue. 4, 2, there's 4 groups of 24, and 4, we can move 1 green bead over, we can move the 10 ones back, we can move the 100 bead over and move the 10 greens back. And let's continue and we've got to do 2 more, so 120. And that is our 5th group, and we figured out last time that 5 times 24 would be 120. We got to continue for 3 more beads. There's another group of 24, another group of 24. We've got 1 more group to do. 1, 2. I still have the 2 written down for notes, so I can move 1 10 over, move the 10 ones back, continue 3, 4, and we have to move 2 10s beads over. And then we can move our last bead there over. Now, like we did last time, we're going to move 1 row up here, so we have to move 1 row up here. Now, I'm going to get a sheet of paper out just to kind of hide this row, so you can kind of imagine this row. It's kind of like this row is now gone. So, since we're starting 1 row up, we need to form 1 group of 24. So we have 1, I'm going to cross off my 2 and write down 1. And then move 1 100 bead over, move the 10s back, continue 2, 3, 4, and then 2. So this is our answer for 32. And if you look, and we can move our 1 bead over. And so we've got our 18 here, we can move those all the way over. And if you look, we got 432, my notes are up here, and I usually write the equation up top, that can be helpful. And so this is our answer to the last problem we did, the same one, and we got the same answer. So our answer is 432. We can move this out of the side, and your abacus should look like this. Alright, let's try 1 more before I give you some example problems to try on your own. Let's try 39 times 32. Now I'm going to start, and I'm going to write this on the top of my sheet of paper, and I'll start by doing the easier way. So, just like we've done for the last 2, we're going to make 32 groups of 39. So here's 1 group of 39. I'm going to make a tally, and I've got to continue and make 32 more groups of those. So 1, I'm going to write down 1, move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, and continue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I can move 3 over for the 30 and 39. Alright, that's 2 groups. 1, 2, I'm going to cross off the 1 and write down 2 to remember. We can move 1 10 bead over and move the 10 ones back. This number is the same, but now we have 1s to work with. Continuing from 2, we have to get to 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have to add 3. 1, 2. We can add 1 100 bead and move the 10 10s back, and 3. Since I had already had a 2 written, I didn't rewrite it down to remember. Alright, that is group 3. Now let's do another one. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to cross off the 2 and write down 3. Move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back. Continuing from 3, I can go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and add 3 10s beads. 4. Alright, so let's go another group of 39. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross off the 3, write down the 4. Move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, and continue from 4. We've got to get to 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have to move 3 beads over. 1, 2, 3. That's group 5. This would be our answer to 39 times 5, but we've got to get to 32. I'm going to do a few more samples like this of sliding beads back and forth and showing you how I would do it. Then I might pick up the pace a little bit so that I can get through this and show you the other way too. So let's continue. Got to make another group of 39, so let's count off beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to write down 5 and cross off the 4. Move 1 more 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back. Move the 1 100 bead over and move the 10 10s back. And so 200 is the same as the number we just had, but now we have 1s and 10s to work with. Now continuing from 5, we've got to get to 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we have to add 3 beads. Alright, that's 6. Let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cross off the 5, write down the 6 to remember, move 1 10 bead, move the 10 ones back, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. There's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, cross off the 6, write down the 7 to remember, move 1 10, move the 10 ones, 8, 9, 1, 2, I'm going to cross off the 7, write down the 2 to remember for later. Continue, move 1 100, move the 10 10s back, continue 3. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going to cross off the 2 and write down 8. Move 1 10, move the 10 ones, and go 9. Now I can go 1, 2, 3. And then I can continue on from here to make another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, and move 3 more 10s. 1, 2, 3. Now this is our 10th group. Every time you form a group of 39 on our number side, you have to make a tally. Don't forget to keep track of that, because otherwise you don't know when you reached your answer. Alright, we're at 10, we need to get to 32, so let's keep going. So we need to add 9, 1, I'm going to cross off 8 and write 1. Move 1 100 bead over, move the 10 10s back, and continue 1, 2, 3. Alright, now we need to continue and start over. 1, since we have 1 written down already, I will move 1 10, move the 10 ones, and continue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Move 3 beads, continue 1, 2, cross off the 2, and move 1, write down the 2, move 1 10, move the 10 ones, continue from 2 to get to 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then move 3 10s. Since we've formed a group of 10, I can move 1 100, move the 10 ones. Alright, so now I have 1, 2, 3. It's going to cross off the 2, write down 3. Move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, continue 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, and then 1, 2, 3. Now we continue 1, 2, 3, 4. Move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Move 3 beads. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross off the 4, write down the 5, move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, go 1. I'm going to cross off the 5 and write down 1. Can move 1 100 bead, move the 10 tens back, and continue 2, 3. This is our 15th group of 39, but we got to keep going. We want to get to 32. So let's keep going. We've got 39. Can add 1. I have 1 written down in my notes still, so I can move the 1 10 over, move the 10 ones back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, then I can add 3 beads. 1, 2. I'm going to cross off 2. 1, write down the 2. Move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back. Move 1 100 bead over, move the 10 tens back, and continue from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then move 3 beads over. Let's go 1, 2, 3. I can cross off the 2, write down the 3, and then move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, continuing from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Move 3 beads over for the 30. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I can cross off the 3 and write 4. Move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back, and continuing from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, now I can move 1, 2, cross off the 4 and write down the 2 up above. Go, move 1 100, move the 10 tens back, and continue 3. Alright, almost there. Now I need to go 1, make another group, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cross off the 2, write down the 5 to remember. Go 1, move 1 10 over, move the 10 ones back, and continue 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I can move 3 beads over. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cross off the 5, write down the 6. 1 10 bead, move the 10 ones back. Go 1. Oh, before I do that, continuing from 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. There's another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cross off the 6, write 7. Move 1 10. Move 10 ones back. Move 1 100. Move the 10 tens back. Continuing from 7, 8, and 9. And then I need to do 3. Getting there. Let's do another group of 39. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Move 1 10, cross off the 7, write 8. Move 1 10 bead over, move the 10 ones back. Go 9. 1, 2, 3. And I can go 9 beads. Move 1 10. Move the 10 ones back. 1, 2. I'm going to cross off the 8, write down the 2. Move 1 100. Move the 10 tens back. Move 1 1000. Move the 10 hundreds back. Alright, and then we have a couple more to go. So let's do 9, 3. So we can go 1. Move 1 10, cross off the 2, write down 1. 1 10 over, move the 10 ones back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, let's try this again. Starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, now I'm going to go pretty quick. I think we've got one more thing to do quick, and there. Alright. So that was just my correction from earlier. And we have now made it to 32. And so now after all those counting out of groups of 39, we can write down our number. 1, 2, 4, 8. And so I have my answer, 1,248. This is what the abacus should look like. These are all the notes I made and all the tallies I made. So that way is a little easier to understand, but does take a little longer. Now we're going to do this one the second way I've shown you and see if we get the same answer, which we will. So let's do 39 times 32. Starting with the second number, we'll start from the top. 32. And now for every bead up here, we have to form a group of 39. So starting with this one bead, we're going to make a group of 39. There's one, then I can move one bead over. I can mark one down on my notes sheet. And if you haven't already, write down the equation. I can move 110, move the 10 ones, and continue from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I need to move 3 beads for 30. There, and now our ones row is done. Because we moved up a row here, we have to move up a row down here. And so we're imagining as if this row is now gone and we can't move any more beads over. So now we can't move, so this becomes our ones row, this becomes our tens row, and so on and so forth. We need to make 3 groups of 39. Let's go 1, 2, 3. So this would be our 9 because we're in the ones. 3. I can cross off my 1 and write down 3. We can move one 10 bead, one 100 bead in reality, but for now it's a 10. Move the 10 ones back and continue from 3 to get to 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then we can move 3 tens beads over. There's one group of 39. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can cross off the 3 and write down 4. Move one 10 bead over. Move the 10 ones back and continue from 4 to get to 9. 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And move 3 tens beads over. Alright, there's another group of 39. And we have one more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can cross off the 4 and write down 5. Move one 10 bead, move the 10 ones, and continue from 5 to get to 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we can move 1. We need to get to 3, so I'll cross off the 5 and write down 1 on my notes sheet. Move 1 100, move the 10 tens back, and continue 2, 3. Now all that time I was talking in theoretical terms, so this would be our thousands actually, even though it was our hundreds in our last case. And now there is our last bead. We can take back our cover and we can write down the number we get. 1, 2, 4, 8. And we get 1,248, like we did and when we tried it before the long way, but they're the same answer. This is what the abacus should look like. The second way is a little quicker, but is oftentimes harder, and the first way is easier, but oftentimes longer. Now I'm going to give you a couple examples to try on your own. Try them either way. I will give you 10 seconds to solve the equation. If you need more time, pause the video and don't just go on and watch for the answer. The first problem we'll try is 21 times 12. Your answer should be 252, and your abacus should look like this. Did you get it? Great job. Now let's try 34 times 29. Your answer should be 986, and your abacus should look like this. Did you get it? Well done. Let's try one more example. Let's try 58 times 42. Your answer should be 2,436, and your abacus should look like this. You're doing a really good job learning how to use an abacus to multiply double-digit numbers, and I hope you understand. If you don't, you can always go back and watch this video again, or if you click on the button that says examples below, I show you how I did the examples. I'm James Porter signing off for now, but remember, a broken abacus is no one's best friend because no one can count on it.